You're watching Channel 4, the local station. There are some basic swimming rules that everyone should know. An adult should always watch a child, have kids in early swim lessons, and knowing CPR is so very important. But there are other swim safety tips that you might not know. Right now, we are recognizing Water Safety Month. According to the CDC, from 2018 to 2020 combined, Florida was ranked the highest across the nation for unintentional drowning death rates among children ages 1 to 4. We don't want anyone to drown. Joining us this morning to remind us ways that we can keep ourselves and our loved ones safe as summer approaches, Michael Haggard with the National Drowning Prevention Alliance. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Michael, here in Florida, and many of our viewers are also in Georgia, we have lakes, we have rivers, we have the ocean, we have ponds. We have so many bodies of waters, not to mention the pools and the man-made ones. A lot of risk out there for families.
Absolutely. And you mentioned ponds and lakes, and those have no requirements to be fenced. You might see in an apartment complex or a hotel or even your home, fencing requirements around your pool. But a problem we have in Florida is we have all these new developments that use the beautiful ponds and lakes and fountains, and there's no duty to fence those. So you got to be extra vigilant as a parent around those types of natural bodies of water.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what we can do. We named a few of them. We listed a couple of them. But what else is there to do to make sure that we don't have to have any drownings here in our area?
Absolutely. If you live on a lake or a pond, talk to your homeowner association about possibly putting a fence up or making sure that the slope is not too steep, because a lot of times we'll see not only children get close to a pond and fall in, but also the elderly and the disabled. So have communications with their HOA and make sure that you have alarms on your doors so that if a child does get outside, you know immediately where they are and you can go rescue them before it's too late.
Yeah, the good news is there is technology, and it's relatively inexpensive to alert you if somebody is outside. What about some techniques? What about safety training, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, number one is parental supervision, obviously, and knowing where the risks are. Another problem we have in Florida is inflatable pools. People think that, there's not a lot of water in them. You don't have to, drain those. Make sure you do. Your telephone is the biggest distraction for a little bit of time. 5 seconds is all it takes to lose track of a toddler. And then you might look in the wrong place, in a bedroom, in the garage, where your child is now in the pool or in a lake or in a body of water just because you took 5 seconds off your child's attention to look at Twitter or a text message.
Yeah, and sometimes you think that you're just going to be on your phone for 5 seconds. You get roped in, something happens, and then it becomes 5 minutes, which, as we know, sadly can be deadly.
Absolutely. Does not take long. As a parent, we've all been there. We've all been there where you're in the mall, you're in a movie theater, or at home where you think you're safe. But you've got to make sure that your doors have those alarms. You and I talked about you have fences and that, you really have everything secured, because it doesn't take long for the worst thing that could ever happen to a parent to occur.
What about conversations with your family members? What do you say there?
Absolutely. Sometimes we just say, hey, can you watch, Johnny for a little bit? You have these casual conversations, but you've got to, if you have babysitters, if you have people watching your kids, make sure they know what the risks are. Make sure your fence in your pool is updated with a self-closing and a self-latching fence. If you do have that pond behind you, make sure that your doors, they cannot get out there. So communicate within the household about those risks, just as simple as drawing a bath. A babysitter can draw a bath, take a phone call, and a toddler can drown in your own bathtub. It doesn't take a lot of water to have a drowning.
And for more, we have it on the bottom of the screen, ndpa.org. Michael Haggard, thank you for your time. We truly hope that this saves lives and we don't have to cover any drownings.
Thank you.